bringing you my very first captured video. Excited to get started, and I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing something a little different. Now to start things off, I'm going to do a 50k giveaway to celebrate my official start. To enter, all you gotta do is subscribe to my channel and be on Xbox 360. Alright, for this first game, I'm using my Bundesliga and Liga hybrid. Now, for a small side note, if you're looking for a fun and pretty random team to throw together, I definitely recommend the Liga. Or a Liga hybrid, really. We've got a couple of 5-star skillers, I have a fair amount of 4-star skillers, some decent pace, and some surprising quality. Which actually brings me to my second point, which is going to be my first player spotlight, where I'll give a quick review of a few players, some good, some bad. So here we go. First player I'm going to spotlight here is Quincy Owes something or otherness. He's from Ghana and in the Liga. Now, not only does he have 92 pace, so anyone who likes to sweat it out will be able to have fun with that, but he's got great dribble and ball control for a silver, and 5-star skill move. Plus he has one of the fastest McGeady spins I've seen. Probably the only two people I know who are faster are Ribery and Ronaldo, but he's quite a bit cheaper. Next up is a Papadopoulos, whose name apparently didn't fit on the card. But yeah, you should know him if you know the Liga, because he's one of the only gold anythings. But yeah, good pace for a defender, and he is an absolute beast back there. Pretty much every game for me, he has just held it down, whether 4 at the back or 3 at the back. I highly recommend him. And the next one I'm going to give a shout out for is Fotakis. Some people are probably surprised I didn't say Fat Zetas, but I think just about everyone knows about him. And this guy, I say, is a really surprisingly good player. He's got decent pace, decent dribble. He's pretty well rounded, and he has an absolute bomb for a shot. 82 long shot, 77 shot power, but it feels more like 85. And yeah, highly recommended for any 2-cam setup. Now, Boom Song, I would recommend that you just not get him. It has nothing to do with his pace. I've used Murder Sacker before and been fine. It's just that his ball control is terrible. It's like 60-something, and his dribbling is like 10. So, honestly, if you're going to stick with the Liga, I would recommend getting a silver over him. Now this part is me just setting up my bench. I don't know why, but for some reason I just like to put my bench in formation, just so I make sure I didn't miss anyone. And here I'm just searching for my opponent, and finally found him. Kid's got a decent BPL team, good pace, decent skill move, plus to wrap, and Balotelli, who is extremely overpowered in this game, but awesome to use. Alright, and we're off. Now early on, this kid starts trying to sweat it out, just tries to run past me with Clichy. But as I said, Papadopoulos will have none of it. And then here, little pass, a couple passes early on, hold it up with Salpingidis, and nice little breakaway for Quincy, cross in, and a goal for Affalai. Nice quick one early on, 3 minutes in. Maybe a little sweaty of me, but I won't lie, I was a little nervous as this was my very first game being recorded. Once again, this kid just starts kind of trying to keep me away with pace. But here, nice little tackle by Fats. And then another little breakaway with Affalai. Now here, most people probably would have crossed it in, but I don't like to do that, especially if I'm up ahead. Here. Now this corner, I know a lot of people on YouTube have those. I honestly created mine just randomly before I ever saw it on YouTube. But, I mean, they are fun and they do kind of work. Unfortunately here he did almost have a breakaway. But, and Balotelli almost stole it away. Finally got it back. Here he is again, a nice little series for him. But again, he just tries to push it onto the outside with Clichy here. And goes for a corner. Nice corner here. Nothing having. Elia. Quincy again to Elia. Elia back to Quincy, but a bad ball. So nothing having. Here he is again, but leave. Stop him pretty quickly here. Yep, just poked it away. And here, a little bit of a sweaty chance. Affli just running in, but like I said, I don't like crossing it in if I was gonna get kind of a sweaty goal, so went with the shot and missed it. After that, he gets a little bit of a breakaway here after a pass to Santi Cazzola, but luckily he wastes the shot. Now on the ensuing goal kick, he gets a few FIFA passes. Here my guy heads it to basically Kone, tackle it away, right to Wilshere, tackle it away again, right to Telly, but luckily he just passes it away. Here tries to pass in with Clichy, but finally regained some composure in the back. Here we go. Now I start a nice little build up. This is the way I honestly prefer to play, only with a little more skill move. Right there, pass didn't exactly come off, but I do prefer to play a more controlled tempo rather than just sprint down the field, holding right trigger type of thing. Which is what he's doing right here. And that one went on him. To be honest, nothing really happens here for a while, so I'm just kind of speed through it. Things finally start to pick up again here in the 32nd. He gets a shot off with Balotelli, but luckily Wonder Weiss saves it. And then I get a bit of a breakaway, Salpi to Affli. Cross to Fatzitas. Didn't really work out that. I was trying to do a fancy cross and then a bike, but that just didn't come off at all. Then here another sort of slow, controlled build-up, which is what I prefer, and taking a shot, but it gets deflected. Now this right here, it's a set piece that I created myself. I wasn't sure I wanted to show you guys, but screw it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. You notice that right there? It's actually really nice, and when it comes off, if they don't take that big touch, it's almost a perfect shot on goal. So it's quite nice. Luckily for me, I also have like 4 different things that I can do from that set piece, so I didn't show you guys everything that I have. Anyway, he almost passes it right to me there, and then for some reason the controller didn't press B, so he kind of runs through me, but I get it back, and a little break here again. Tried to fancy cross it, but it was just off balance, but Czech got a big paw to it. And here just kind of passing, looking for a shot, but again, stopped by big man Czech. And at this point I knew I had, most of the possession, most of the shots. I wasn't really sure how things were going. And here I thought I was going to have another goal, but probably should have curled it around him instead of trying to go for power. And then there again, just holding on to the right trigger too long, which I find a lot of people have a tendency to do. Now there I was just trying to get the whistle blown, but for some reason he gets it back. 2 minutes, and they kind of let this one play out for like 5 minutes. But luckily, again, he just tried to cross it in, and the whistle's blown. Here you see my 8 shots on target to his 1. So, clearly things have been going pretty well for me. And then here again, another really quick break off the start. Cross in from Affley to Salpy that just misses off the post. Then he does that with David Luiz for some reason, and hope he passes it to Salpy, and nice little goal right to the corner. And with semi-assisted, honestly, I find it to be a little easier. Well, with wide open shots, it can be a little bit harder, but honestly, I find it to be a little more intuitive, because you actually have to point at the goal rather than at like the corner of where your guy is facing. It's, like I said, I feel like it's a little more intuitive to what you should be doing, pointing at the goal. And then here, nice little rip with Fats. Another one with Quincy, but he blocks it. He gets a little bit of a breakaway, but he just kind of wastes it. Just trying to chip through ball when he shouldn't. And then here, another nice little setup. Little McGeady spin, hold the ball off, and shot with Salpy. This here, that I didn't actually mean to do. Should have gotten the shot and probably the goal off there. But it works out because I stole the ball back. Get another little build-up. He was really containing, really holding back after a while, so couldn't do too many skill moves without just looking like a jackass. And there, that was me trying to do too much and losing it. Once again, he's just trying to kind of sweat it down the side, but Papadopoulos, the beast for the Greeks. Here, do a little bit of dancing with Quincy, and McGeady spin is just so fast and smooth when he does it. I love it. I honestly recommend getting him for any Hellas Liga team. Here on this corner, it's terrible and just goes off. But luckily I am able to gather. And I believe this little build up, hold it up, pass back, little pass back again, and right into the corner. Unfortunately, right after this, the guy does go ahead and rage quit. So, yeah, good first game. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Hope you subscribe, and if you want, go ahead and comment with any likes, suggestions, or feedback.